It's time now for Upon Further Review, brought to you by Ogeechee Technical College, Education with Purpose, and by Dr. Lincoln Lippincott with the Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro. And now, here they are, Josh Aubrey and Nate Hirsch.
And we're happy to welcome you in. It's a brand new week for Upon Further Review, along with Josh, part of the Statesboro Herald's online team. This is Nate. We're up top of ERA Hirsch Real Estate Team. They are located at 408 South Zetterauer Avenue. If you're buying or selling real estate, talk to the experts. They're downstairs at ERA Hirsch Real Estate Team. I always like to reintroduce us as we begin another season because we do have new viewers with the student body, I guess, coming back into town. This week, class is starting, I guess, the 15th.
And the opportunity to watch online.
Right now.
On YouTube or Facebook. You can go to our site and watch the video.
Right. Or like most
You don't
people.
have to have Northland.
But we'd like you to watch
We'd
us
like
on-
you to watch on
Since that's where most people do get to see us. That's our home, and it's our 10th season. I'm starting to add up the years you and I have working in Statesboro. And
25 for me.
It's a lot.
Ugh.
I'm going on year 47.
There you go.
That is a lot. Anyway, now I've been here since 70. Josh came in 90.
91.
91. Right. We had to get through that national championship.
Yeah, I know.
And then-
I missed
and then-
that one.
And then
Sorry.
bring you on board. Anyway, Josh obviously does video work for the Statesboro Herald, so you'll see him online there too. Anyway, combined, I guess we're in at least 3 Hall of Fames.
Combined, we're in 3 Hall of Fames.
So,
Got me on that one.
So
That's a good
I
one.
was adding all that up, so I just, but, I share, hey. Anyway, all right, so as we've now finished the first full week of practice out at Georgia Southern, the high school teams somehow have been practicing in the heat, although I noticed they have to go when it gets too hot, right?
They got that
mandatory.
boom, you got to stop.
Yeah. So anyway.
The heat index gets above whatever it might be. They got to stop.
Right. We actually have a high school team playing a regular season game this week.
That they're not real excited about doing because it's so early. They lost a week of practice. They start them a week early.
We're talking about Bulloch Academy.
It's the heat of the summer. And, I don't think a lot of the coaches were wild about the GISA necessarily moving everything back as far as they did. Of course, they want to try to finish the season by Thanksgiving as opposed to what they've done in the past. It just, I don't know. It's a tough one because you're gonna have all these games that are going to be taking place in the month of August. As you got 3 already.
Right, and their regular season, Bulloch Academy, as we were pulling up the schedules here,
Right.
the regular season ends October 21st.
So you could be done. You could be done playing football before Halloween.
Right. Most of the time, BA's going to a playoff somewhere or hosting a playoff game. But the season will be over the week before Thanksgiving. Now, the other teams in the area, and I guess Portal played, Portal and SEB were allowed to have 2 practice games.
Well, you had the opportunity to have a spring or have 2 scrimmage games, and some people chose to do a spring practice. The Statesboro High did, and some decided not to, so they could have an extra scrimmage game. Now, Southeast Bulloch and Statesboro play each other this Friday, or this weekend.
This Friday is right,
Yeah.
and it's 5:30, I think, but it's listed as a practice, not a scrimmage, because Statesboro can only have the practice. And so the following week, it's SEB and Portal.
Yeah.
Now, Portal this past week, I think, already had a scrimmage.
They
with
did,
somebody.
and they've got one
Warren
coming
County,
up.
I think they went up and
Yep.
scrimmage, whatever. So, again, most of the high schools are starting the weekend of the 26th. As I was looking at the BA schedule, though, for the first time, they're actually playing a member of the Georgia High School
Not
Athletic
exactly
Association.
a familiar name, but
Our Lady of Mercy. I had to look that up a little bit there, but they're out of the south side of Atlanta.
Our Lady have mercy.
But they're coming
Fighting John Stamoses.
They're coming in on a Saturday.
Saturday at 6 o'clock.
And I think it's one. Obviously, the following year, BA is going to.
Well, it's nice because I guess it's the week before Georgia Southern starts, so we'll have a Friday and Saturday of able to cover some high school.
But is that not the same weekend? This is the regular season opener weekend, right? Statesboro opens that weekend. SCB opens on Friday, right?
And then BA plays on Saturday.
It's the previous weekend that you have the Irk Russell Classic, I believe, right?
Which none of our area teams are in.
No.
I guess Screven, Effingham, and South Effingham, but nobody in Bulloch County.
Right. First time, I guess Statesboro's not playing in the event, and but they've made it into a 2-day event, right? I think you went to that.
You have turf, and you're allowed to do 2.
Right. So they've got a 2-day event.
Spray the field first, make it nice and cool out there.
Yes.
And have the games.
Right. A lot of you may have seen Josh's story earlier this summer, which
we can leave that.
Oh, okay, Coach Summers. He did the interview with you.
He did.
Yeah, he did a good job.
And
anyway.
he, went on Twitter and appreciated me and Mike for our Georgia Southern coverage on the Eagles.
That's it. All right, we will be covering it, and Josh did a good job. I thought he was out there for this baptism last week. Also got a chance to talk to Kevin Ellison, who is in a quarterback battle with Fabian Upshaw. Nobody's saying
he is.
Or will they both play like last year?
Kind of hinted around that might be the case, but of course we've heard in the past, Nate, if you have 2 quarterbacks, then you have
none.
Yeah, well
it worked last year. And
I don't know that they were necessarily
No, I mean
it was Kevin with
Fabian coming in, yes.
Relief coming from Fabian.
That's right.
But after Fabian's breakthrough in the GoDaddy Bowl.
Where does he leave himself now?
Yeah.
A lot of it will probably do how each one is throwing the football as we get closer to the start of the season.
He says he feels like they run the ball equally.
That's right. Okay. Anyway, we'll cover that, have a preview of a couple of our high schools, again with BA opening on Friday nights. Quick reminder, when you need legal advice in the Statesboro, Bulloch County area, we have the man for you to call on, and that is Lovett Bennett Jr., attorney at law PC. Lovett's office located in downtown Statesboro. We're back with more in a moment on Upon Further Review. The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
There's a lot to celebrate when you move ahead, but it takes planning. Finding the right one, making it a home, and a great mortgage specialist from Queensboro. Move ahead with your dream and bank ahead with Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
See Jeremy Reagan and the staff at Queensboro National Bank and Trust, South Main Street in Statesboro. Well, Josh, we are into the Olympics. Are you following that at all? Are you into
to be honest, Olympics? I haven't yet. I usually try to watch the opening ceremonies and then catch something here or there, but I haven't as of yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm not boycotting the Olympics. I just have not
certain events that
really sat down and watched it. I was too busy watching Jim Furyk shoot a 58 today.
Okay, now wait
Sunday.
a second. Okay. What time did he finish the round?
I think around 1.
So what were you had to watch? What was it on the Golf Channel?
I flipped it on when it came on. I went to the Golf Channel because they were giving updates on every hole, but they weren't really showing.
But most people, it's one of those. It's the greatest round of golf, right?
Yeah, that wasn't televised.
Nobody saw it, right?
It is kind of frustrating. Right. Yes, it was done before they came on.
I mean,
coverage.
He was. I think he moved up 65 places.
He did.
Right. He was way off the pace.
Well, he shot a good round on Friday, but I think he had a pair of 72s, which kind of brought him down. I had no idea. I just went on to my, like I do, the leaderboard, just take a look, and I shook my head twice. I was like, 12 under? Yeah. He shot, so I looked at his scorecard. I was like, holy cow. And he shot a 59 a couple of years ago. And that is unheard of.
I was just checking to see what had happened with Alex Rodriguez's big press conference, and then I see Jim Furyk shoots 58. I said, it's already over. Nobody saw it. It happened. Anyway.
And finished 5th.
All right.
Shot a 58.
Russell Knox, is that who won?
Scotland's owned.
but he played at Jacksonville University.
Yeah, good research there.
See that?
He's a Dolphin.
A lot of these people in this tournament that were on the leaderboard,
You didn't know?
they were not all familiar names, right?
Nah.
The guy who was leading the tournament going in
Well, your boy Justin Thomas from Alabama shot 8 under today, finished third.
okay. But the leader,
Yes, Russell Knox.
the leader going into the final round, okay?
Okay.
Was the Berger guy?
Daniel Berger.
Daniel Berger.
He won a couple weeks, and then he got hurt and missed the British Open.
I one of those again.
Yeah.
You have to follow it.
Not a household name.
Okay.
No.
But I guess, when do they go play in the Olympics? Next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they had to put the PGA
Right.
2 weeks after the British,
Yeah.
which I don't think worked out real well.
Anyway, the way the Olympics seems to work out, the swimming events are all this week,
Yep.
and then the track and field gets going the last week usually. I watched the first half of the basketball Team USA against China. It's hard to watch that. But,
You're pulling for Draymond Green after his week he had.
no comment. But your other buddy, Russell Westbrook, who you told me was he wasn't as personable, right?
He wasn't, and it was frustrating, but I don't know. You never know.
You never know how
catch
you
a guy
catch
on a
them.
bad
Okay.
day.
But meanwhile, he's the good guy now,
Yeah.
and has made a lot more money.
Kevin Durant's the bad guy.
You said this to me right away as soon as Kevin Durant signed, and I think
MVP.
I think Russell Westbrook could have a wild year.
He could average 50. Everything's on the table, I think, for Russell Westbrook this year. He could average 50 points a game.
Pretty obvious, though, when I saw his press conference, and he still hasn't talked to Kevin Durant.
The guy, I mean...
Don't you think that?
No, I have seen him play a couple of times.
That's a problem.
And the thing that stood out to me is he would get in the face of his teammates. Like I haven't seen a lot of other guys. Kobe, I guess, does. But Russell Westbrook, he's a competitor, if nothing else.
Oh, he's maybe as good a competitor as far as he's his own worst enemy sometimes.
I think so.
As the pace he plays. And so
110 miles an hour. Yep.
But he's a great player, and obviously now he's staying home. I mean, it's all backwards. I thought Durant was staying, and that Westbrook had a year to go.
I think that's what a lot of people thought.
So now he'll be there for a couple. What did they do? They gave him like an extra $9 million.
Well, you would have thought that they would wait till next year because that's when it goes up again. The contracts are going to supposedly get a lot higher next year. So.
Meanwhile, we had the Pro Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony
Are
Saturday.
you trying to bait me here, Nate?
No, I'm not.
Are you baiting me?
You tried to ruin my evening Saturday night, and I'm sitting down getting ready to watch the thing. I did not respond to you.
You didn't want to hear.
I did not.
You don't want to hear about Marvin Harrison.
I did not respond to you.
Marvin Harrison should be in jail with Aaron Hernandez.
Stop. But anyway,
he did just what Aaron
Brett
Hernandez
Favre, though, set the record, longest speech ever. I knew when they interviewed him before the thing started, and he said he had no notes. This is going to be a long speech.
It's like when Michael Jordan did that time. Had no notes.
But he got very emotional talking about his father. An interesting story how they ran the wishbone in high school. He never hardly got to throw the ball. And he wanted to thank the Falcons for trading him.
Well, did he also thank his addiction to painkillers is one of the reasons.
He did not get into everything.
I'm saying it wasn't like they just said, "Oh, here, this guy sucks." He had issues.
He had issues, but he was sent to
People
goodbye.
forget about that, just like they forget about Marvin Harrison.
I don't know what
and
you're
his
talking
issues.
about. All right. Anyway, we've got a lot to cover. We better get to that. We'll be back in a moment.
Go to Statesboro.
On upon further review.
Do you ever wonder what that 15% savings cost you in service?
What's the name on the account?
My name is Mary, M-A-R-Y.
Who is it?
Mary.
Oh,
My
okay.
name is Mary.
Right.
Are you even listening to me?
Sure.
At Glenn Davis Insurance, we get to know you as a person. To us, you're not just another number. Together with Auto Owners Insurance, we can develop an insurance plan tailored to your specific needs. Glenn Davis and Associates. Call or come by today.
Dr. Sergio Dalsenia of Family Internal Medicine reminds you that Kathy Shriver, who specializes in diabetes education and consultations, is now exclusive to Family Internal Medicine. Call for an appointment. Their office located in the Cotton Ridge Plaza on Fair Road. And it's time now for our high school segment. It's presented by Ogeechee Technical College. We'll get a preview from Statesboro High and a preview also with BA season starting this week. But first, let's take a look at this from OTC.
I'm Brian Relisa.
My name is Michaela Graham.
And I'm an echocardiography graduate.
I'm studying to be a veterinary technician.
And I am OTC.
And I am OTC.
We believe every path is different and every student is unique. Whether you're interested in dual enrollment, an associate degree, or earning credit toward a higher degree, a diploma, or certificate, Ogeechee Tech can help you build a strong foundation for your future. Visit ogeecheetech.edu to find out how you can go anywhere from here.
Well, Josh, as we said in the opening, hard to believe the season starts for real. For BA, Statesboro's got a couple of weeks to go.
That's right, Bulloch Academy on the road at Memorial coming up here this Friday night. We'll have highlights for that next week for you. But first, before we get to Coach Terrence Hennessy, let's get to Statesboro High's players and head coach Steve Pennington about this year's team.
I think we have a lot of talent, we just need the hard work. Our line's looking good this year, and our backs, they're doing pretty good, and our defense is looking really strong. So I think we're gonna have it this year. We just can't remember the past. Just gotta look forward to the future. I really do think this is the year, though. We have a lot of talent, a lot of athleticism. I really think we just need the hard work. We just need that mindset.
Strength, I say we doing better as a team-wise. Like we all pretty much gel together better than the past couple of years. I think we all get along pretty good. I think that'll help us out this year. From the beginning of the year, Coach P always been talking about changing culture, and I believe that he really coached that to us pretty good, and that we'll do something different this year.
Unlike the last 2 years, it's starting to be more of a family this year, which I'm starting to really like that. We have the potential to be a great team like Statesboro High used to be, the Statesboro High everyone knows. The running backs are doing their job, quarterback's looking good, defense is looking great right now. It's just once the O-line kicks it in, on which we haven't the last 2 years, and I'm to take the blame for that, then I think we'll have something special here.
Seniors, they experienced the thrills of victory and the playoff action 3 years ago when we won a big game at Cairo and advanced to Griffin, who were eventual state champs. These guys being freshmen, they laid the path for our older guys to be successful, and now hopefully the tide will turn to the point to where they came in on a good note and want to go off on a good note. And our seniors class is a small class, but they are very effective in their leadership and their performance and in their desire.
With the new region, 5 teams, 4 get to go to the state. Chances are a lot better now than they've ever been in order to move on. Is that a good thing, a bad thing, or what?
Well, honestly, considering the region we've been in the last 2 years, it's a good thing. We're still climbing up the ladder. We got a long way to go and got a pretty daggum tough all season or a non-region schedule in preparation for our region schedule. The challenge in only having 5 teams and playing four teams in the region schedule is that you got Ware, who's probably might be number 1 in the state. You got Wayne, who's pretty doggone good. South Effingham has really turned a notch, and a new school over in Savannah, New Hampstead, that we don't really know a lot about. So there's less room for error when you have less of team, even though you may feel like you don't have to win as much to get in the playoffs. Yes, the opportunity may seem to present itself a little bit more, but at the same time, it's not a SEC type schedule that we've had to play for the last 2 years when you had 8 games in a row.
I feel like we're going to be able to put a solid team out on the field with our starting 11 on each side of the ball, but as always with a school our size, depth's going to be a major concern. We've got 29 guys out for the football team this year, and hopefully here in the first 2 or 3 games we can find some guys who can help us so we can rest some of those guys that are going both ways.
Quarterback, you're going to have to find a new one. You lose a few running backs, a couple of receivers, a few linemen. Do you feel like the people are there to step into those positions?
Well, we're definitely scared about that. We lost Lanier All, who's an all-state quarterback, a 2-year starter for me.
broke the school record in passing last year. And, Hunter Perry's gone, Jarvis Williams, Tyler Budgett. But, we still have Tice Lovett, and Tice was our leading rusher last year and also our leading tackler. That'll help out a lot. We got Don Aaron at quarterback, and, he's got a great arm and is a great thrower, but he is a sophomore, and he's going to have to learn on the run. We've got Davis Childs and Nathan Rice, who made big catches for us last year when teams really double-teamed Hunter. And so I feel like we're okay there. Outside of Tice, we've got to find a couple more running backs. We're hoping that Brandon Merrill will help us out, and maybe Billy Tillman. So if they can come through for us on the offensive side of the ball, we might be all right.
Season will be on you a lot quicker than it ever has in the past. How do you prepare for playing as early as you are?
We're going to be very limited. We probably will go into the game on August the 12th with with 5 or 6 run plays and 2 pass protections and probably 6 or 7 pass combinations, just because we lost a week of practice. They moved the season up on us, and we didn't get an extra. They didn't push the practice back a week, so we just lost a week of practice. Instead of 4 weeks before the first game, we got 3. But it's the same way for everybody. It's the same way for Memorial, so they're going to have to be limited. They've graduated a lot of guys off of their 3-time state championship team, and so it's not like it's unfair. It's the same for everybody.
Well, Nate, 2-8 the past couple of years. Gotta hope the Blue Devils get over the hump and in the new region maybe get a chance to go back to the state playoffs. And the senior class this year was the last ones that had a winning season, so I'd like to see that get back. And as for the Gators, I think they're going to be able to do some good things this year. Got a really good quarterback, some good receivers.
Yeah, going to change the offense.
Going to throw a
little bit more. I try to adapt. Again, they have about 30 people to work with. That's the only, which I guess Portal has similar numbers. Maybe,
yeah, and they've usually had about those numbers.
I guess that's true. All right, we'll get back and have some Georgia Southern football to talk about. That is next on Upon Further Review.
We know how important your family is to you, which is why family medicine is so important to us. At TRICARE Family Medicine, we'll see that your family is in the best possible health. We offer a fun and friendly environment and are now accepting new pediatric and adult patients. Come experience the difference today. Let our family take care of your family at TRICARE Family Medicine, the official family practice of Georgia Southern Athletics.
To stay ahead, a parent has to really be on the go and stop for school, stop for sports, stop for an intervention. But you don't have to stop for banking. To stay ahead with mobile online banking, bank ahead with Queensboro National Bank and Trust.
See Jeremy Reagan and the staff at Queensboro National Bank and Trust, South Main Street in Statesboro. Well, Georgia Southern obviously finished their first week of practice last week into week number 2 of camp. Josh was out there for the baptism, which, as most of you will see, the president went in dress clothes and all.
Jamie Abear soaking it all in there. This is my first opportunity to meet him. He seems like a good guy.
Yes.
He's been around a lot of Sunbelt teams.
That's right.
Lafayette, App State. So, and he's also been there where old Willie Fritz came from.
That's exactly, yes.
So, yes, we had a chance to get him and Coach Summers' baptisms along with some of the seniors, and we also are going to go into a little bit with the quarterback situation at Georgia Southern with Fabian Upshaw and Kevin Ellison battling things out.
Felt official for a little while, but I really feel like I'm part of the athletic tradition now. I said this earlier on. The traditions at this institution just never cease to amaze me, and this is just one more great example of administrators, faculty, students all coming together to celebrate the heart of this institution. Feeling the love of the players, feeling the camaraderie and the fellowship of the players in that creek is a little more special than I thought it would be. Our athletic programs have really put us on a national stage with their reputation and with the championships that we've seen in the past few years. That gives us an opportunity as a university to get up on that stage, pull the curtain back, and show the rest of the country what it is we're doing in top quality higher education here in Statesboro, Georgia.
It's like any other tradition. It's something that started by other people and other coaches, and obviously got our new president here with Dr. Hebert and our seniors. It's an important tradition for them like anything else, and it's something we want to make sure that we're taking a lot of pride in.
He mentioned it kind of feeling like a bonding experience. Do you feel it too?
There's no question, no question. And what it does is it links you to all the former players. It links you to all the people that have come back here and the people that really built the program to give us the opportunity to be where we are today.
Each and every day we tell each other for practice, I'm gonna beat you at this, he beat me at that. That's just the relationship that we have. That was, like you said, we were roommates. We got a real close relationship. It's good to have a guy like that in your room with you.
A little bit like brothers that might be rivals, but at the end of the day,
Oh, for sure. It's like big brother, little brother. The roles switch every day, it seems like. It's great to have, like I said, it's great to have a guy like Fabian. Just keep you on your toes, just keep everybody else on their toes as well.
It definitely makes it easier. We both want to see each other succeed. We're both each other's cheerleaders, and no matter who's out there, I think the guys believe that, we have a good chance of winning the game. So as of right now, we're still both swapping out roles, and at the end of camp, we'll see who's starting.
Well, they still have to wait and see who ends up behind center for the first game and what they end up doing. If they throw a bubble screen, I told Coach Summers, expect to hear boos, and it ain't going to be good if you do that. But other than that, he said, I'll take that under consideration.
All right, well, we will come back and wrap things up in just a moment.
The Clubhouse in Statesboro, Southeast Georgia's best place to play. The Clubhouse in Statesboro, where fun is done.
Well, Josh, the excitement's starting to build for Georgia Southern, and not so much Savannah State being the first opponent just to get the season going. But looking at the roster, it is loaded with wide receivers. Now, a lot of them may be redshirted this year. I think I counted about 18 or 19, but not a lot of running backs.
Well, when we've talked about that, it kind of stands out because you're used to seeing so many running backs and maybe a few receivers. Now, some of those receivers could end up playing a little bit more in the backfield. But, when you look back there and if you got Matt Breida, L.A. Ransby, Wesley Fields, that's pretty full. But you might expect some guys to...
Well, you got to have a few more bodies out
there. That's right.
I guess
and the receivers, Mike Summers, one of the ones we're expecting to see out there. And, they've got a few good ones coming back. So, matter of whether they can get it to them, and we'll see.
Yeah, I have a feeling, though, there'll be several of those wideouts that'll be redshirted.
Oh, yeah.
This year. And, again, got to catch the ball. I think we go back, and if we went back and look at some of the losses last year. Anyway, all right, it's all happening. Football season getting a little closer with one actual real game coming up this week. We'll have that and a lot more to cover for you when we see you next time on Upon Further Review.
Join us again next time for Upon Further Review, brought to you in part by Ogeechee Technical College, Education with Purpose, and by Dr. Lincoln Lippincott with the Sleep Apnea Center in Statesboro.